everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom review. See my title below? Yes, this is on episode 5 of High School DxD Hero, and I gotta say, I was pretty excited for this episode because it looked like it was going to be pretty damn action-packed, and yes, we did get action in this episode, but honestly, it was really one-sided, but it was kind of more of build up to the very end, which was pretty damn awesome and hilarious at the same time. Like, that part was my favorite part of the episode, but a lot of these battles were pretty much just like one-sided completely, with the hero fraction side just completely dominating them. First off, obviously, we'll talk about the first battle with the shadow guy. I still don't really understand why they need to have this whole part in it at all, honestly, because it kind of felt like that one was really disappointing. Like, it was so easy. They made it look like at the end of the last episode with, you know, Issei kind of bound up and looked like he was in danger or something with that kind of cliffhanger, but in the end he ends up taking out the guy pretty damn easily. I don't know why that part was even put in, why this shadow guy was even of any importance. The only reason I can think of is maybe the significance of him talking about his ideals and kind of a little showing of why people and the hero fraction is fighting for what they're fighting for. Obviously, we saw some from So before when he talked about it, but I guess this was kind of another instance that they wanted to show that why the hero fraction is fighting. But I don't know, I still feel like they could have done that in a different way, and that whole part was not needed. It was kind of just a waste of an episode, that part. And of course the ending of the last one was just like, why even show this guy? What is the point, really? You know, just, I don't know, that part was really disappointing. But I was still super excited because I knew there was going to be more action, to which we get to see some pretty crazy shit, like Zenobia obviously coming in with her damn Durando combined with Excalibur. Like, I was like, what? And then she just completely just makes a huge ass crater, like a huge explosion, and everyone just, like, all the heroes just come out like damn zombies, like it was nothing. Like, oh, okay, we just got, you know, pretty much, you know, like blown up underground, but it was pretty much nothing. And at that point you're wondering, okay, it's not gonna go well, because I mean, like, Zenobia looked like she really thought that was gonna take them out, but it didn't even hurt them. It didn't even phase them, first off. And then of course we get to see each and every single one of these heroes use their dang balance breakers and completely wipe the floor with every single person that they're going against. We got Siegfried going up against Zenobia and Yuto, and this one, obviously, I was kind of excited. I kind of wish they showed a little bit more, but maybe that'll be something in the future episodes or something. But I want to see more of like cool ass sword combat, but they end up not really focusing on much of it. They show a little bit of it, pretty much his, like, I guess the god he's after is like Asura, which is of course like Hindu mythology with the 6 arms, and that was pretty damn cool. That's why I wanted to see a sword battle that badly. And then you have another person which is like Joan of Arc, and she summons like a dang, like, holy sword metal dragon kind of thing. I'm not too sure what was going on there. She's going against, you know, Irina. You have Hercules coming in, and I mean, I already assumed Hercules, obviously he's just got super strength, right? No, he has like some weird, his ability, his balance breaker was just weird, because his is like called Detonation Mighty Comet, and he also gets all these spikes on his like armor popping up, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then he has these huge things on his fist, and I'm like, okay, what's the point of that? And then he launches them like they're comets, like they're rockets at Rose Weiss, and she just gets pretty much taken out by them. Aussie over there is trying to heal everyone, but literally every single person was just getting wiped out by their enemy. And that was the coolest part, was that seeing their balance breakers, because it definitely showed the power and strength of the heroes and everything. But it was kind of disappointing, honestly, to see them just get taken out so easily. Another thing I gotta say that I was kind of confused on, I'm not too sure if they did show this in the previous season before, but they don't really show much of Saji, and seeing him with Vitra, I think it was, like a dragon god or something like that. I'm not too sure. I don't remember him having this ability before. Maybe it was only in the source material, but not in the anime. But that part was kind of weird. And he summons that crazy dragon. I was thinking, okay, that's pretty cool. He tries to fight the Nine Tails, but his dragon really ain't taking out the Nine Tails at all, honestly. Kuno's mom is pretty much just invincible. And Kuno's not even showing in this entire battle, for one thing. I thought she would have been trying to help with, I don't know, something. I know she was supposed to stay with Asya, but I kind of expected, I don't know, something along the lines like trying to call her mom or trying to help Issei them or something. I don't know. It just kind of confused me on how they had her come, and then she pretty much does not show up at all throughout the entire battle. Not even her just yelling or something, screaming for them to get up or something along those lines, you know? The Issei versus Soso battle, that was a little cooler. Obviously, Soso is on another level, but the part where he cuts his arm off, I was like, oh shit, okay. So that was pretty cool. He, of course, just regenerates it with Phoenix Tears. But still, that part was probably the best action that we had in this episode. And that's why it was kind of disappointing. Like I said, I thought there was going to be more, I don't know, crazy action in it, considering all the build up to this point. But that, of course, is pretty much, this episode was mostly a build up to what's going to be coming in the next episode, as we saw with this cliffhanger, with finally getting to see the potential that we saw before, that little orb thing, that gift that Alicia gave him. She, of course, pops up. First thing we see of her is her OPPAI. Like, at that part, I was like, what a great way, not panning into her face saying Alicia, it's look at her OPPAI. Alicia, I know those OPPAI anywhere, pretty much, you know. It's like, what the hell? But her pretty much telling him, you know, he's the OPPAI dragon kind of speech thing going on. And then pretty much from there on, he does the craziest thing, his potential, puts it up in the air, boom, OPPAI zombies spawning. I was like, okay, OPPAI zombies, that's interesting. Pretty much like the kind of, I don't know, from all the people that he, you know, his potential had affected and made him molesters, that's all of them coming up. They form like a circle, like a summoning circle, and he's summon OPPAI, and then all of a sudden, who comes? Ria's appears in her pretty much, you know, lingerie, and that was the end of the episode. I was just like, okay, yeah, I guess no one but the OPPAI dragon. Like Alicia said, these are OPPAI only for him, so it makes sense and everything, but it still made it so hilarious. Like, I'm wondering if by Ria's coming, is it that she's going to be fighting, or is it that he's going to, you know, become even stronger because of the OPPAI like we had seen before previously? But yeah, that was pretty much the entire episode. Like I said, it was honestly, I would say, probably one of my least favorite episodes. I did enjoy it because of the whole showing the heroes and their balance breakers and everything, showing the, you know, the pretty much the potential of the OPPAI dragon finally being unleashed, and the very ending was awesome and enjoyable because of him summoning Rias and the OPPAI zombies and stuff. Those parts were cool. But in terms of how the other episodes have been so far, it doesn't compare as much, because what I thought there was going to be was some cool ass action, but instead we got a very disappointing shadow guy, whatever, beginning. Then we got to see pretty much what could have been some cool battles instead being very one-sided. And then even like Issei going up against Soso was kind of not really as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Sure, there was some moments, but most of it was him getting like pretty much just demolished, except for that one time he cuts the guy's arm off, to which he just regenerates it. So really, it was more of an episode to, like I said, build up to the whole summoning of the OPPAI and the potential finally that Issei has, that we've been waiting for the past couple episodes, since we saw him talk to Alicia in his mind and everything, and give him that little orb thing or whatever it's called, whatever it is. But pretty much, other than that, other than the craziness of the very ending and the coolness of learning and seeing the heroes balance breakers and stuff, it definitely wasn't that amazing of an episode in comparison to the other ones. I'm not saying it was bad, I'm not saying it was horrible, but in comparison to the other episodes so far, it was kind of disappointing, since I thought this was going to be a definitely more exciting type of episode. But hopefully that just proves that they will prove me wrong in the next episode, and show that this really was just to build up everything, and the next episode is just going to be completely nuts and crazy. hopefully that does happen, because I want some fan service. This one didn't have as much. I want some action. This one didn't have as much. Like, literally the only fan service actually that I can think of was when Rias them were changing and everything. That was pretty much the only fan service, which is pretty damn crazy. When you don't have crazy action, you expect some fan service at least, right? None of that. The only part of it was just for the story to progress. And like I said, I do enjoy the story of High School DxD. It's not just me wanting fan service and everything, you know? So I am enjoying the whole thing of showing the hero fraction and why they're fighting, seeing the whole Nine Tails thing going on, the reason why they're trying to summon the Great Red, and seeing kind of the build up and development of Issei and his growth to become, you know, unleashing his potential of the OPPAI dragon. That part is interesting and enjoyable. It's just in terms of everything else so far, it honestly was kind of lackluster. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything missing you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. As always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Anime watchers only, how do you feel about this episode? Good, bad? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Whatever you guys' thoughts are, I always want to hear them. So feel free to comment below if you want to do that. And it's source material readers. How do you feel about this episode? Was it adapted well? Am I kind of just going a little overboard, or is like the craziness going to be coming in the next episodes and stuff like that? Obviously, try and do it in a spoil, you know, not spoiling kind of way, because I do want to know, is the next episode going to be like where we get to see some crazy shit? You don't have to say specifically what kind of stuff, like maybe it's just an explosion of fan service, or maybe it's explosion of action, but is the next episode going to be better than this one? Was this episode more of a build up to what's going to be coming, you know? But yeah, if you do want to put a spoiler, like I always say, do the whole skip 4 lines thing. So if someone wants to click it and wants to be spoiled, that's their choice. I don't want to be spoiled, and I'm pretty sure other anime watchers only don't want to be spoiled either. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. I cannot wait to see if next week's episode will be better or not. Will we get that crazy action? Will we get that good fan service? Because I really do want that. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.